Let's get started. Getting started with Google Slides can be overwhelming at first, but remember that once you start playing around, you'll find that it's very user-friendly. So I'm going to show you how to get to a Google slide. Okay, you're going to click on Google. When you click on Google, you have the 9 dots here. They're your Google apps. Click on that. And you're most familiar probably if you have a Google account with your Gmail or your calendar. Maybe you use that a lot. So you're going to click on Google Slides. It's this little yellow icon right here. When you click on that, you're going to be given some choices. Flashcards, something that I use with my students, in different ways. Spelling words, they can, go through and click on them. There's different already formatted slide decks. You can feel free to use those. Here are some slides that I have worked on or created. But to get started, we're going to go with a blank slide. Now, the blank slide, the first slide is going to be your title page. And it already has a text box, or 2 text boxes actually. And then it says up here, Untitled Presentation. You'll want to go ahead and click up there and add your text or what you want to call your Google slide. In this case, we're going to be getting started with Google Slides. Okay. Once you click that there, it will be there. My cohort, Susie, and I have found that it is very helpful. If you are putting different things in here, itemizing or naming the things that you're going to put in here are helpful. So adding pictures, videos, and screenshots. That way, when you're looking for a specific topic, for example, animal reports or, vowels, consonants, vocabulary words, whatever it is, if you're looking for something specific, if you type those words in, then those slides are going to they're going to surface to the top. Then you can look and see in previous years what you might have been doing. A bad way to name, or not a bad way, but won't help you in the future. Might help you now, but it won't help you in the future if you title it May 25th's Slides for the Day. Because May 25th this year, you might be working on something. May 25th next year, you might be working on something completely different, or the curriculum might have changed. But if you put in the name of your slides, the different topics that you're covering, for example, animal reports or nouns, then when you're looking for slides that you've already created, it will help you. Okay, so there is the title. Getting started with Google Slides. And then we also have the words that will help me in the future if I am going to want to go back and know how to add pictures, videos, and screenshots. Okay. All right. So let's click down here at the text. And right when you click in the box, you see that you can type in your title. Getting started with Google Slides. Okay. If you want to change the text, the font of your text, you are going to click on and highlight the words that you typed, and then you can click on the font that you would like to use. You can change the size by making it smaller or bigger, depending on what you find looks attractive. Okay, there we go. Now you can also click and change the color of your text. For example, if I want my text to be blue, I just have to highlight and create it so that it's blue. Again, changing the font is as easy as going up to the toolbar and choosing that. Now, you can make your text bold, you can italicize it, you can underline it, you can change the text size, you can even highlight it, or you can just change the entire box, the color of the box to a color, and then you can change your text. Okay, so that is how you get started. Now, to add a slide to your deck, you come up here to the plus sign, and there are some already formatted pages. So if you know that you're going to have a lot of text on one of the slides, maybe you're typing out notes for students to copy down, or maybe you want to have a list of spelling words, but then you want to have a little word search here for the kids to find. For different purposes, you might want to choose a different slide. But you can also choose a blank slide and create your own. We're going to go with a blank slide so I can show you a few features that you can use to get started with your Google Slides. So this is a blank slide. There are a lot of things that we can do with that. To get started very easily and quickly, we can add a text box. You can make your text box whatever size you want. You can change the font, the size of the text. You can click up here and you can type in the size that you want it to be. Okay. You might bold it, maybe change the color of the font, the text. And again, you can always choose to have the background a different color. Okay. All right. Now, if you want to change the background of the entire presentation, so when you are in here, you want to click on the slide. When you click on the slide, if you have a box that pulls up, what you would be changing the color of is this box. You want to click the top corner so that it will change the background of the entire slide. So for this example, you may decide that you want your slides to be a pale yellow. Okay. And then when you click on background and you click that pale yellow, if you want to change every slide in your deck to be that pale yellow color, then you can choose add to theme. Now, if you notice, looking at the next slide, it has already changed the background color for that. Okay. Now, if you are not happy with just having a plain background and you want to add a little sparkle, say, to your background, then you're going to choose an image. You can search images on Google and you can say sparkly backgrounds. Okay, so when you get in here and you find the sparkly background of your choice, so many to choose from. Truly, you could spend hours trying to find the perfect background. But we're going to go with this blue sparkly background right here. Okay, insert that. Now, we're just using this. Now, again, sometimes these backgrounds can take away from being able to see what we're doing. You can change the background to be transparent, or you can change it so that it pops against the sparkles. So you can still have the sparkles and just do it in a way where you can still read, because the point is being able to get across your point. Okay, so looking at this, now we have that sparkly background. Now, I may not want sparkles for the entire presentation. Maybe I just want to wow them at the beginning with the sparkles, and then I want the rest of the presentation to be rather simple. But if you do want your background to go on every slide, then you just have to click add to theme, and then that slide will continue. And if you want to add, or say you have, you don't have time to make a cute slide or, format it or whatever, you can go to this place called Slides Mania, And they have slides just for education. So they have fun slides, they have simple slides. Really, it's just super fun to go in here. If you guys remember Guess Who, they have some really you can really spend some time in here. I love to do choice boards with my students on Fridays. So we use a fun choice board before we take our test, and we do different activities with it. But Slides Mania has so many wonderful templates that are already made. All you have to do is change the text so that you can share the information that you're doing. Look, they have 13 pages of these. So you can have a lot of fun finding them. Once I found a template that I really enjoyed, I use that template and I can take, okay, so you just have to open it in Google Slides. Now, Slides Mania does request that when you are using their Google Slides, that you keep this part at the end of your slides. So you need to give them their proper dues. If you were going to take this and make it into a presentation, you would want to have Slides Mania there, giving them credit for their hard work. Okay, if you want to use this template, you just click Use Template, and then it becomes yours. What you are going to do is then rename this template using Slides Mania. Okay, and then it's as simple as changing the text. Getting started. Okay, now if I want to take this slide and I want to copy this slide, you can copy the slide, you can take it and you can put it in another slide. So right here, if you see this little yellow line here in between 18 and 19, you can actually paste that Slides Mania slide in there. It is going to ask, do you want this to match the presentation style that you already have? Or do you want to keep your original style, which would be the black background with the bright, vibrant colors? So you could choose. We're going to match our slides. And that's how you can import or take a slide from another slide deck and use it. And when you're first getting started, this is a great tool. There might be a slide out there that a teacher has put in a Facebook group that you're a part of. And that's another thing that we're going to talk about is getting being a part of those Facebook groups, because it is hard to create everything yourself. So going out there and being able to use parts and pieces of presentations that you like can be a real time saver. All right, well, have fun making your Google Slides and have fun playing around.